on, bitch. I've been cool with the ice on, bitch. And your bitch wanna be my bitch. I've been trying to get about this bitch. I've been really trying to get.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I know y'all see the title of the video, and I know and I'm fully aware that it is February, but I have an explanation. Kinda, I guess. Today, based off that title, I'm just gonna be basically recapping, excuse me, 2024, right? And it's not gonna be that long of a recap, but I'm just gonna be like basically telling everything I endured, you know, leading up to now, kind of. Then we're gonna talk about New Year's resolutions and yeah. So before I get into this video, I first want to thank my supporters. I actually believe that I have more subscribers than I did when I was posting. How does that even work? I don't know, but I love every single one of you guys. And like, I'm just so glad I didn't like lose all my subscribers for taking a little break because my mental was kind of shitty. So yeah. And I shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna bleep it. I just want to give a big shout out to my Lord and Savior because I feel like I've endured so much over this past year, and realizing where I am now, I would not have been able to do any of these things if it was not for the Lord himself. So I will always give thanks when it's due, and that's every day. Whether it's something good that happened, something bad, whatever. I'm thankful and grateful for everything I've been blessed with, because even seeing the next day is always the biggest blessing. Amen. Yeah, guys, to get straight to the video, I'm first gonna address my hiatus and then we're gonna talk about the year because yeah. So basically, in the last video y'all saw me in, I looked kind of drained. Even the video before that, I looked kind of drained. And I just kind of told myself, like, I want to get on the camera when I feel better mentally, just spiritually, emotionally, just everything overall. And I just felt like during that time, like, I was getting settled into my apartment and I was kind of feeling just a little bit homesick, you know, adjusting to moving. I can't really speak too much into moving because that's gonna have to be like in another video or two from now, because I can't speak on nothing too prematurely. But yeah, I was just trying to get adjusted, and like I was going through things just mentally, like having to deal with, I ended up working 2 jobs again. I was like stressing myself out about things that I didn't really need to be stressing about, you know, just a lot of little things. And yeah, and then when the holidays came around, I was really just spending time with my family. So yeah, that's like just to quickly like sum up like why I've been gone. Really, to keep it short, I really should have said like I just wanted to be by myself for a minute. Like if you look at my social medias, I have not posted. I might try and take a picture before I go to work. I don't know if I'm really feeling my look today. I look kind of like dry, but I don't know. But yeah, if I do post, you will see it if you follow me on Instagram, so make sure you do so. It's at the bottom of the screen, so you don't have an excuse not to, and I pretty much follow everybody back. So anywho, now getting straight into 2024 because I don't want this video to be too long. Basically, like I gotta split the year into 2 parts. Like I feel like the first half of the year was like the trials and tribulations, and the second half still had some trials and tribulations, like when I took my little hiatus, but it was definitely better than the first half. Basically, to sum up, like the first 6 months of freaking the year, I was dealing with so much mentally. Like I was in an apartment that was so freaking expensive that it was so hard. Like it was so expensive to the point where I was paying my rent late. I was still paying it, but I was paying that stuff late. Like I have no shame in saying that. Nothing was included in the rent when the rent was already high. It was just all terrible, and I moved way too prematurely. Like I had moved in the August before, and I moved out before the lease was up for sure. I broke that lease, babe. But anywho, getting to the year, I was dating people that I really should know. I knew that I should not have been dating them, and I know I was in a better position than them, and I'm very humble, but like the truth is the truth, and that's how I felt, and that's what I know even to this day probably. No, let me not get messy. But yeah, like I was just dealing with people that was draining me in relationships, friendships. Well, I can't even say friendships because all my friends that I didn't like or we ended up falling out was before that year. But I was just like getting drained from that. I was overpaid for that apartment, like I said. I'm working 2 jobs and I was so tired, y'all. I was so tired working 2 jobs. I was feeling lonely even though my family literally stayed up the street. Like, it was really, really bad. Like, I was in a mental prison. A mental prison. So, almost a year ago, which is crazy, I posted a video of me and my bestie. We were in the car, we were chit-chatting. I'm not gonna say about what. You're gonna have to go watch the video. Link in the description. And basically around that time is when I came to the realization, like, hey, you need to move. Okay? You need to move. You need to figure out what it is that you really want to do and how you can elevate. And you know for a fact you're not gonna elevate here. And at this time, like, I did not want to live back with my parents, because if you, like, at this time, if I'm being honest, like, I don't want to say like we had a bad relationship, but I feel like the rules that they have, and I'm grown now, so like it just wasn't lining up. Like, I don't want to have a curfew. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? All these other things really too. But I was like, no, I'm not doing that. We're just gonna go to another city. Mind you, this was before like I had thought about career-wise and stuff like that. But once again, I can't really speak too much on this topic because this is going to come up again probably in my next few videos. You guys are gonna have to wait and see. I can't speak on nothing yet. But yeah, I just felt like, you know what? I need to find a good job. There's more job opportunities where I'm looking at living, you know, and I just took that leap of faith and I soared, right? So I found a job quick. I have myself established. I found an apartment quick. They got me in. They got me in. They got me in quick, you know. They have a pool. Like, I was living lavish. Had a great summer. Got real dark. I was real happy. Real happy, right? Now, that's basically summing up like everything. Oh, my birthday was in April. My 21st birthday, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I spent it with my best friend like on the day of, but we couldn't drink. Well, she could have because she was already 21, but I couldn't because I did not have my ID, y'all. I was driving without my license. I did not know where it was, and my ID didn't come till that Friday, and my birthday was on a Tuesday. So I was like, whatever. And I remember being so stressed out about it because I wanted to go out that weekend because my sister's fiance, we actually have the same birthday. So I was like, oh dang, like I want to be able to get drinks and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So thank goodness, literally when I got off work that day, my ID was in there that Friday because we were supposed to go out either literally that night or the day after, and I would have been so upset if I could not go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this first 6 months. Well, I'm not even gonna say for the first 6 months, but like the first portion of the year. So like in the middle, like summertime, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, this is where I was kind of having little itty bitty realizations about myself that I didn't really realize until I kept doing the same things and expecting a different result, if you know what I mean. So basically what I mean by that is, like, me and my friends would go out for the summertime, right? And there'll be days where I'm like, oh, I want to be social. But to explain my anxiety and like how I operate is kind of difficult because I still don't even know how to explain it. Like, even saying it to y'all right now, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, how do I explain it? This is what I'm trying to get at is, like, I found myself wanting to go out more, right? But I found every time I went out, I wanted to go home. Like, my anxiety would get bad. I would get a bad feeling, and it's just difficult for me to communicate that to my friends and stuff. So I would just be so quiet in the back, and I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I just want to go home. So like eventually I just stopped going out. Well, we're gonna talk about goals like in 2025, but I was just starting to realize like, I don't know, you know, if going out's for me. Like, every once in a while I can do it, but maybe it's like a control thing. I don't know what it is, but something be making my anxiety like just ping. Like, when I go outside, don't get me wrong, I would have fun, but there'll be little moments where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. Like, I'd be tired at like before 10 o'clock. Like, I literally have to go to work tonight, y'all, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I'm just thinking to myself like, oh, I'm probably gonna buy me a 5-hour energy because I'm not gonna be awake. There's no way. There is no way I'm gonna be awake. I already want to take a nap. But yeah, going out, I realize, is not for me like that. Like, I feel like my idea of going out now is like going out to brunch, going to a sip and paint, doing actual activities, right? Not like going to parties and stuff. Like, I don't know, like, it just don't hit the same for me. And I know I'm young. I'm only 21 right now. Like, I'm gonna be 22 in April, but it's like, bro, it don't hit the same. I don't like it. I'm not, if I was in the middle and they're like, you have to pick whether you like going out or not, I'm just gonna say no. And I save so much more money by not going out. Like, even if you go to a sip and paint, it's a lot cheaper than when I would go out, I promise you. I don't even know how I end up spending money, you know? You end up buying weed, liquor, food. I don't know, like, it just be more expensive. You trying to think of an outfit, you spending extra money on an outfit. Baby, if you invite me to brunch, I can pull something out of that closet. I don't know, y'all. It's hard for me to... hard for me to explain. I feel like I just took 20 million years to just say that. But yeah. Not to put y'all deep in my business, I became abstinent in May. And I was abstinent from May to January, babe. Until I felt like somebody deserved me. And even then I feel like I should have waited, but shoot. God forgive me. And we're gonna change the topic. But yeah, I was like not really interested in dudes anymore. Like, I didn't care nothing that these men was talking about. I could see right through it, and I hate that for, well, actually I don't. I love that for me, because it's like, okay, being able to detach is so much easier for me now because I can see right through the BS. And I'm not playing of that. Like, my dad has shown me way better than that, and he's taught me way better than that. Life advice, just financial advice, business, but all type of advice he's given me, and I should have been using that. Like, I was definitely Delulu by choice, and I'm just not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not pretending no more. Go be with Big Dummy, because I'm not going for none of that. None of it. I'm not gonna talk about my dating life, but I'm just saying, I see right through the BS. We're not, but yeah, next topic. So yeah, that was pretty much the summer, you know. I'm still staying in my apartment. I went swimming. Yeah. I'm getting into the later months. Y'all ain't gonna believe, well, you probably can. I had to work on Thanksgiving. I had to work on Christmas Eve and Christmas, I believe. Yes, I had to work on Christmas Eve and Christmas, but I wasn't really tripping about it because I made really good money all those days. But the only dilemma I was having was I was so upset really on Thanksgiving. Like, you could work me on Christmas, you could work me on Christmas Eve, but Thanksgiving, y'all, if you know me, Thanksgiving is like one of my favorite holidays because you eat so good. Y'all, tell me why. I worked the worst shift that day. Now, Christmas and Christmas Eve, I worked like in the morning, but on Thanksgiving, I worked 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. I was livid, low-key, because it was getting dark. But I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna go see my mom and stuff, my family, and eat, right? Why? I got pulled over. Literally, as soon as I get out of my city, I'm on the highway. Bam, I get pulled over, get a ticket. And I literally just paid it off like 3 weeks ago. But I'm like, wow, like, y'all giving me a ticket on Thanksgiving is crazy work. Like, that man was bored. I remember calling I texted my dad. I'm like, I got my first ticket. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my year. Like, I don't want to get too much into detail with like the bad stuff because I want to try and be as positive as possible. But what I will say is definitely, my mental well-being was definitely tested, but I'm so thankful for it because I feel like it shaped me. Well, it's not even I feel like, I know it shaped me into the woman that I am today. And you know, I'm doing things behind the scenes. I'm making decisions for myself behind the scenes that are just helping me grow and elevate. And like I keep bringing up, I'm gonna be talking about that in another video, but I'm excited to bring it to the table, but I gotta wait because I feel like if you just mention stuff like prematurely, that gives room for stuff to like be messed up, and that's just not what I want to do. But yeah, I'm definitely a lot stronger mentally. I feel like going into this year, I felt way different about it than I did last year going into 2024. Like, I got definitely a different vibe and a different feel, but it's also because I decided to stop acting like I had my stuff together when I really didn't, and just being honest with myself. So just a word of advice. I don't know what's bringing me to say this, so take this as a sign. If you feel like you're stuck where you are, that probably means you need to switch up what it is that you're doing. Simple. As simple as it sounds, that's as simple as it is. Change what you're doing and you will get a different result. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. Ain't that like the definition of insanity? Yeah, so the ball is in your court. That wraps up 2024. Now let's talk about 2025. Now, I use January as like a trial month because I feel like I always see quotes that actually say like there's a lot of 2024 happening in January. My new year starts in February. Honestly, that's kind of like true. I just wanted to wait it out and see, like, you know, what the vibes were. Even though I had already felt pretty good going into the new year, I just wanted to like kind of confirm it because, yeah. And like the month of January, I've been thinking about some little things. I can't speak on it just yet, but I've been thinking about some things, you know, and honestly, by the time I drop this video, I will probably have my decision made, and I will probably be already working on my next, well, not my next video, but the video after. I would definitely have that in the works because I'll be able to like announce it and like chit chat with you guys and let you know like what's happening and stuff like that. Because when I walked into 2025, the first thing I told myself is I'm about to be 22 years old and I want to be a homeowner well before I'm 30. So I kind of got to start getting my stuff together. So yeah, I'm not playing no more. I will sacrifice my apartment. I will move back in with my parents. I will sacrifice everything that I have to get the life that I want because it's only temporary. Like, a lot of people be not making them sacrifices because they're worried about what they're going to lose out on for a short period of time. If you grinded for a year, if you didn't go out and party for like a year straight, do you know what you could do and how much money you would save? Like, if you notice you're starting to become an alcoholic, or you're starting to become a pothead and you're smoking weed 24/7, you're spending money on weed 24/7. If you take that money you would spend on that and put it toward other things, and I'm not talking about like food and stuff, I'm talking about like investing in yourself, you know, finding hobbies you like and like bettering yourself. I don't need to say anymore. I'm saying this because this is something that I've been doing for a minute and I'm reaping the benefits. So I'm telling y'all, you gotta make sacrifices. I'm sorry. You can't be able to do, like I say, you can't do the same things and expect a different result. It's just not realistic. Sorry, it's just not. I have some short-term goals and long-term goals that I want to hit this year, and I know I will be able to hit them, especially with the decision that I'm thinking about making. You know, it's just a process. With that being said, a lot of things that I want to stop doing this year, y'all, I'm trying not to cuss. And honestly, especially on here, like even in real life and on here, because baby, that's editing for one, and for two, I feel like it's just not that ladylike. Like, for me to cuss, I would have to be really, really mad now. Like, I'm trying really, really hard not to cuss. Like, that is my biggest thing. Every time I cuss, I'm probably gonna put like a quarter in a jar or $1 in a jar or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not doing it if I can help it. I'm trying to step more into my girly, like, femininity. Femininity. If y'all don't know, I have a twin brother, right? And he's not ugly. I'm not ugly. I look like a female. He looks like a male. But a lot of people ask us if we're identical, and I be getting offended sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. And I understand they're saying it because we look alike, but newsflash, if they're identical, they're exactly the same, which means we're the exact same gender. I don't know who needed to hear it, but yeah, I've had people tell me like I act like a dude, and that's not what I want to do. Like, I am a female. I want to be more feminine and be in my feminine energy, look cute on camera, you know, speak more feminine. I don't really know if I have been throughout this video. So if I'm being a hypocrite right now, please don't mind me. As like a young woman, I just think that's very important. As somebody who wants to be married, you know, be a mom, you know, all these other things, I just feel like that's important. And plus the career field I want to go into, yeah, I don't know. And also my last thing I'm gonna say, and really I should have said this before I got into the new year, I'm including God in everything that I do. When I'm lost, frustrated, weary, sad, happy, feeling like I'm on top of the world, I'm gonna shout out God every time, because I've noticed I'm reaping benefits from, you know, speaking to him. Like, instead of me running to social media, or instead of me even venting like to my friends or even my family, I just think it's more beneficial to just talk to God. And even if you're not even religious, use your journal app on your phone. If you don't have an iPhone, use your notes app, something, or even talk out loud by yourself in a room, instead of like giving fuel to the fire. Like, you're giving people stuff to talk about. And I'm not saying like my friends or my family would like talk about what I'm telling them, but I feel like certain things, like, you just can't tell everybody. Like, of course I tell my family and friends certain things that, you know, I'm venting about, but I feel like certain things you just have to keep to yourself, or just keep it between you and the Lord. For real, for real. And sometimes I do find myself talking to myself. I mean, I live alone, so of course, I mean, I have a cat, but he don't be understanding. He's mean. So yeah, I've just noticed, like, when something makes me really, really mad, I just find myself like speaking about it, and I just let it go. It's easier for me to just talk and say exactly what I want to say, and not feel like judged in any type of way, even if they agree with me or not. You know, if I were to tell my family, you don't have to deal with somebody else's opinion. You just be wanting to talk, and that works for me. But yeah, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, because I feel like I kind of been rambling. I don't know. And I still got to get ready for work. Y'all, I'm ready to go to bed. This is like really bad. I think I'm about to put in my 2 weeks here. But I'm going to speak on this stuff. Like, this going to be in another video, because yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I really just want to say thank you again to my subscribers, my supporters, because I cannot believe people were still subscribing to me. I forgot to mention, I've had people say while I was like not posting, like, why have you stopped posting? What made you not post? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wow, y'all actually care, y'all actually watch my videos. And I don't have a lot of subscribers, and I don't get that many views, but it's just, it warms my heart to know that people actually watch me. Like, whoa, y'all really mess with me. Like, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk y'all's ear off, because I feel like I just got off on a little, yeah. But once again, I love you guys. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, click the bell, comment, do everything that, you know, would help me out. Did I say everything? Comment, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, do all that fun stuff. I'm not even gonna tell y'all like, oh, I'm gonna post this day, that day. Just know that I'm back, and I will be posting more. I'm back. I'm not about to take that long of a hiatus. I don't plan on it. And if I do, call the cops. It's like, nah, but yeah. I'm about to get ready for work. Again, I really do love you guys. I don't care how many times I have to say it. And I will see you guys in the next video.